Miami was potentially a circuit we were looking forward to from pretty early on. I think with the hotter temperatures there, given some of the sessions we'd had earlier in the season, we thought that might play more to our strengths, and I think Sunday in Miami did prove that. So I'm not expecting that to be the case every weekend. I would love that to be the case every weekend, but I think in those hotter conditions and that circuit characteristic, it is, I think it will be difficult for us to repeat that result consistently. So we'll see what we can do.
Miami just went very, very well. I think our pace was probably a little bit of a surprise, how strong we were on Sunday, but a nice surprise. And I expected to probably return a little bit more back to how it's been, which is us having a small advantage, but still being tied with our main competition. So no, we're still expecting a tough weekend. It's just a good surprise if things go better than that.
We keep on getting these podiums. I'm not too sure how we're doing it. We're just doing like a really clean, solid job. Team haven't made any single mistake so far, and I've been able to capitalise upon that. But I think we also need to just keep our feet on the ground. And even though we've scored 4 out of 6 podiums, I don't really think that is where the pace of the car is at. So we just need to manage expectations slightly.
I think where I made a really big step was trying to extract the best out of the tire and trying to put them in a more decent window for the lap. And I think Miami was a really good step because spring quali obviously was great. The actual qualifying was still was good because we're still up there. So that definitely gave me a boost of confidence.
I mean, we've been constantly upgrading the car, trying to find little bits of performance. So this track is not suddenly where the magic happens, but of course we would like to be a little bit faster. But at the moment, I don't know how much that's going to bring us, to be honest.
We're in a position now where we've got two drivers where we're on similar pieces of track. It hasn't always been the case, and we just need to kind of polish up on our execution. I think that on my side, I think it was a race that was optimised. P5 was pretty much the best we could have done. Possibly in terms of, for Carlos, there was a bit more tidying up to do, and we could have achieved a better result with him. So.
Yeah, I obviously was left frustrated after a frustrating weekend in general, where I think we were probably quick enough to finish in the top 5 with both cars, and I had a very strong quali, and I was having a strong race until I picked up damage in my car and I started going a bit backwards. But yeah, in the end, those radio communications is just quite clear. We just need to be more clear about it. There was definitely some misunderstandings across the radio channels, and it created a bit of controversy at the time, but once we reviewed it and saw exactly what happened, we realized we just need to improve on that side, and it will not happen again.
We improved our process through the weekend in terms of how we approach the sessions. I think I'm definitely feel like I'm getting more accustomed to what this car needs and what it needs in terms of inputs to set up. I think my collaboration with the team is improving weekend in, weekend out. So I'm there was definitely lots of positives to take from the weekend, even though we only finished 8th, for example, but I really felt like there was a lot of positives to take from it.
Everything is new again. We start from zero. Of course, wasn't the nicest to be, after being the last 9 races of the last year, having to step out was not what I wanted, but it was a good time to kind of reflect on what happened last year and to learn from it. So happy to be back. Of course, never nice circumstances when it happens like this, when you step in another driver seat. But you never really choose the moment you get in Formula One, and I just take it, try to do my best, and try to maximize the team for the job.
Obviously, I get on very well with Jack and Franco, and yeah, I mean, for all the months we worked with Jack, I've tried to support him as much as possible. He's a great guy. I really like him, and he's got great speed. Wasn't the easiest way into Formula One, and that's why I try with my experience and past experiences, try to bring as much as I could, because obviously I wanted him and needed him to do well. So yeah, did that. Franco is also a very good driver. That's the reason why we got him in the team in the first place, and yeah, it will be interesting to see what he does. He was very competitive with Williams, and yeah, we work well with Jack. I'm sure we're going to work well with Franco, and yeah.
I mean, I don't know exactly how much performance that they're expecting to gain, but I don't think it's going to be massive. You know, certainly, well, unfortunately, I don't think it will make suddenly P1 car. I mean, the difference we saw in Miami between McLaren is quite big. Still, I mean, for myself, I have a lot of work to do to close up the gap at least or understand about the car 100%, and I'm just gonna focus on that area. And at least it's a good opportunity this weekend that I get a little bit closer car to Max.
In Miami again, it's been frustrating because we missed Q3 by 200. We were 400 of P8, and in the race we missed 1 point by 1/10. So it just shows that you can't lose your focus anytime, because it's that close that every millisecond counts. So yeah.
In the part of the team, you know, in Maranello, we were there on Tuesday. I was there at the wind tunnel in Maranello. So in a way, it is a little bit, you know, part of the team. You know, the Italian DNA, which you know, is very nice. I was able to spend a couple of days in Italy, and yeah, it's always special, you know, to come here. It's a beautiful track, historical track. I've been coming to it since quite a long time now, and yeah, it's an enjoyable one to race on for sure.
It's been up and down a bit depending on the circuit and the characteristic, but yeah, it's definitely obviously still, you know, kind of early part in the season and early days for me in the new team. You know, big transformation going on in this transition year to Audi, and enjoyed so far. You know, many things happening at the same time in parallel, but enjoy being processed so far. And you know, it's what expected. You know, it's a challenging season with this tough and very tight midfield battle.
Race 7 of the championship is going to be our first upgrade to the car, and we are always optimistic when something coming from the factory. So tomorrow we will dedicate the free practices to evaluate the package and try to understand the strengths, and yeah, go with the best car for Saturday.
We just need to find more speed, more performance. You know, we picked up a few points in Miami, you know, which was good, but yeah, just circumstance with the rain and stuff in the sprint, so we took advantage of that. But you know, we're not in a position to score points every weekend, just on pure pace. So yeah, we just need to look for performance in all areas and just keep pushing.
Pretty happy. I think every weekend gets you know, you get more comfortable, and also coming to tracks that we've been to before as well. I mean, obviously Miami was a tricky one. I think in general, to be honest, I felt pretty comfortable on the car. I think we've had good speed in the car, but there's a lot of variables in Formula One, and just to get a whole weekend together has been quite tough recently. So obviously we're going to try and do the best we can this weekend at a home race for the team to do that.
Yeah, I love this track. I've always said that even before being in Formula 2. I think since the first time I jumped here to test with a Formula 4 car, has been a track that gave me always, you know, good feelings. It's a very technical track. There is low speed, high speed, medium speed corners. There's a lot of curb riding, you know, that you need to nail the curves perfectly and use the right technique. So I think it's a very special track.
You know, it was a tough time out in Miami, having lost out on some good points in the sprint race and then a DNF in the main race. It hurts, obviously, even though I don't think we were fighting for the points. Not even seeing the checkered flag is always a little painful. But now I'm looking forward to getting to a track that I know. That will be really nice, and it's been a while since I've had that.